How's it going? Kaka here. Welcome back to NHL 20 Franchise Mode. We have won a few games here. Won a few. If it loads. Thank you. We went on a bit of a hot November, but we kind of came back down, and now we win some, we lose some. We're 10-10-4. So this is it. This is do or die time. We are 6 points out back of we're 8 points back of a playoff spot, and we've got to decide how we're gonna do this, because I mean, really, this is it. Like, this stretch here is going to decide whether or not we are a playoff contender or we are a seller at the deadline, because we have a few players that we can sell on. So, and I'm willing to do that. So we're just going to jump right into it. We made a few adjustments towards the end last time. We're going to go right into it. We're going to go all the way through December to the Edmonton game on the 1st. And we're just going to quick sim all this. It's December 1st, all the RFA shit. Nobody can do that now. Oh, Avalanche have fired Edgar Carter. 4-3 win over. Oh, and I went after the video and I signed some scouts, because if we're not doing hot, we're going to need scouts. I'm not trading that second round pick. So that's 4 out of 5 wins there. It's a big loss. Another loss. See, this is what we do, is we win some, we lose some. 4 in a row. Oh my God. Yeah, 15-16-4, guys. Not looking good. We're not getting David Savard. 5-2 win, 3-2 win, a big overtime win. So we are 18-16-4. Where does that put us in terms of the playoffs? Let's see. I got to wait for it to come around. We're 3 points back. So we can do it, but I'm not making another trade unless I'm selling. This team, they either get hot and they deserve to stay as the same, or they are not going to make the playoffs and they need to get traded. So I'm not making any more deals to help them. This is either the team or it isn't the team. We're going to go ahead to this All-Star break. 2-1 loss, 6-3 loss. Yeah, this is just, it's we win some, we lose some. We get above 500 and then we fall back down to 500. I know I don't want 2 seconds. I don't want to give up 2 seconds for the guy I just traded to you last year. No, thank you. Yeah, loss. We win, we lose. We win, we lose. Yeah, it's starting to fall off. Let's do this game here. Let's try it. Let's do this Philly game. So we'll do the first 2 periods. Charlie Coyle, Eichel, Olofsson. Coyle again, Provorov, and Sanheim. And then we'll sim this. We're out shooting them like to high hell. I don't know what it is with this team. Oh, they get one back on us. Forgive me, I'm moving my mic. All right. 5 minutes left. Just come on, hold on to it. You're 10 shots ahead of them. Just keep getting shots. Don't give up a goal. Okay. And who was that on? That was Markstrom. Markstrom has not been fantastic. I don't believe. He was neither of our goalies was a 900 last time I checked. So when's the deadline? The deadline is February 26th. Sorry, I don't know what I was like February, and then I went cross-eyed and I don't know what I was looking at. So let's go to, who's the team we're chasing? The Islanders and the Devils for a wild card spot. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, the Lightning. Oh man, if we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it in that wild card spot. So the Islanders and the Devils. So let's just go to this next Philly game and just see how we do. No, I don't want to give up a second for Pierre Ledoux. Or John Marino, a 4th for Derek Pouliot. Nah, I don't want that either. 7-3 loss. 6-2 win. Like, we either win or we lose. Like, we win big or we lose big. It's just, this is an all or nothing kind of team. Yeah, this team is last in the division. Wow. Wow. Wowzers. We're gonna... Yeah, we're not making it. So that means it's time to get rid of these guys on bad deals. We are tied for last in the Eastern Conference. We're third. That puts us above third. Okay, so there's a few teams. So we're like bottom 5 in the league, around there, depending on like ROW and stuff like that. So I think that means it's time. That means it's time. Who do we have on this team? Who's on a 1-year deal that we can get rid of? Jake McCabe is... I'm not going to trade right now. I'm going to add the guys to the trade block. I'm going to look through, see who it is on the trade block, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so VC, Reimer's not really going to get anything, but he has 1 year left on a deal, whatever. McCabe. So mostly VC and McCabe. No real reason to keep those guys around. Probably going to have to do something with JT Comfer at the draft, or maybe buy him out or something. But none of these guys. The only other guy potentially is Josh Bailey, who's 31. So he's kind of like the wily vet. He's got 14 goals, 24 assists. But I don't know. I would be willing to trade him depending on what we get for him. It wouldn't be a terrible time to maybe get rid of him, but I'm thinking more maybe trade him at the draft or in the offseason around free agency, because he clears up some money if we need it. If we start looking at all these deals the kids want and they're going to cost us, if he's the first guy to go, Bailey will be. But right now, I don't know. This team is bad anyway, so what does it matter? I'm not super concerned about him, but if we get something, somebody wants something for him, we'll take it. Or wants to give up something for him, we'll take it. But until then, I'm not really sure. Connor Timmins for a second, a fifth, or Connor Timmins and a fifth for a second, and Montador. Absolutely not. Why on earth would I give up Connor Timmins? Not right now. Connor Timmins and Jimmy Vesey for a... Wait, sorry. I can't read trades, apparently. Connor Timmins, Vesey, and a sixth for Lusterinen, and a second-round draft pick? Who is Lusterinen? He's a 75 overall. 2A forward, left winger, 22 years old. E2 Lusterinen. Compared to, Connor Timmins. I don't know, guys. That doesn't really seem... we do have a lot of defensemen. Hold up. What's our defense situation? Because we've got... realistically, Dahlin, Jokiharju, Montour, Pilot are our top 4 next year. Cale Fleury, I don't know. That's a tough one, because we're going to need a left wing. We need left wing prospects. We need wing prospects all over the place. The best one we have right now is Ahmad Ho, but he's a couple years off. He's still playing in college. He's been good, I'm pretty sure. He's got 17 goals, 21 assists, and for 38 points in 38 games in college. But other than him, the closest thing we have is Arttu Ruotsalainen. I don't necessarily hate this trade for a second. Are their seconds worth anything? They're 25, 24, and 4. So they're probably going to miss the playoffs too. So for a sixth, I'll tell you what, I won't give up that sixth. But Jimmy Vesey and Connor Timmins for Lusterinen and a second, because Connor Timmins has no future on this team, really. Our right side, our top 4 on the right side are Jokiharju, who's younger and better, and then Montour, who is cost-controlled for 5 years at less than $5 million, and is probably not going to go anywhere either. So there's no real reason to keep Connor Timmins. So we might as well do VC Timmins for Lusterinen in a second. I want their 6th from this year. Trade accepted. Yep. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let me mess with the lines, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got that taken care of. So now we're back on that, back on the sim grind. So Edmonton gets Alec Martinez and Nicholas Deslauriers for Alex Chiasson and Chris Russell. That's a pretty good deal for Edmonton, because I think they need a lefty, because Ethan Bear and Jared McIsaac or whatever aren't ready in the game yet. I don't believe, probably aren't good enough yet. So they have a pretty weak left side. I think it's just me talking to my ass. I'm not really sure. We've lost every game. Ooh, Jaden Schwartz, a 3rd, Carl Gunnarsson, and Alex Steen for Eriksson and a 2nd. Eriksson's probably like what we just did, like a top 6 guy. Mike Riley on waivers. Yeah, I'll claim him. Sure. I'll take him. Paul Stastny for Julien Gauthier. Man, Julien Gauthier is a guy I would have liked to have. A 3rd-round pick and Carter Hutton. So we won one of those games. We've won 2 games in the month so far. Let's go ahead to this LA game, I guess. Come on, lose. Now we're in lose mode. Edmonton's making trades. Adam Larson, Drysdale, a 4th and a 6th for Anthony Mantha. That's a good deal for Edmonton. A 2nd and John Marino for 2/3. No, thank you. Now we've won. We've won 3 in a row. We've won 4 in a row. Really? Like, for real? We're really doing this right now? Let's sim this game against LA and just see how it goes. We're probably gonna like absolutely demolish them. Yeah, like this team's better than what they're playing. Like I don't know what it is. It might be the coach. Olofsson got 2. Honestly, yeah, Olofsson had 2 goals. Reinhardt had a goal and an assist. Like it might be the coach is not that good. I wonder. Because now we've strung out 5 in a row. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy. Just having a down year for a lot of players. Even Jack Eichels, I mean, he's leading the team. He's got 30 goals almost, but he's still only a 60-point guy right now. It's just I don't even know who's. I guess it's literally just the top line is scoring, and like that's it. I guess. JT Comp for 4th line center. I moved him around with Suzuki, put Suzuki on the wing. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This second line is abysmal. The first line's bad. The first line is like even. The second line is abysmal. But I don't see any reason to change it at this point. The only thing I might do is I might trade Josh Bailey. I might, when it gets on deadline day, I might look around for something. And if I don't see anything I like, I might wait until draft day. But if there's a team that can afford to keep him, I might trade him. Or can afford to take him. Tyler Bozak, a 3rd, Zach Cassian, and a 5th for Ian Ratcliffe, and a 3rd, and then Sushko. I don't know who Sushko is, but Ratcliffe's been on their thing for a while. A 3rd rounder, and Phillips for Jake McCabe and Fedorov. Who's Phillips? He's a low top 6 defenseman. He's 71 overall. I don't really want defensemen, so I don't know why they keep trying to give him to me. Oh, he's a center. I'm sorry. He's a center. But he's 22 years old, 71 overall, low top 6. I don't really have a need for him. The 3rd's not bad, but I'd rather try and get like a 2nd from some team. And we absolutely demolished them. So we're on like a 6-game winning streak now. Some friggin' how, because they like to ruin my game. Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele. Yeah, there we go. This is more like it. This is more like Buffalo we've been seeing all year. 5-3 loss to the Peg. Gonna look around for some trades, see if there's any out there that maybe I can pick up a prospect forward for. Oh, they want to give up Alex Nylander. He's an 85 overall right winger. Yeah, I don't really need him. I don't know what I need. I think I just need a different year where the team's just clicking, you know? I don't know. I don't really think there's anything. I think I'm going to have to probably get a new coach, but that kind of blindsided me this year with the coach. I wasn't able to re-sign the guy we had last year, and apparently it matters. I don't know how much it does, but apparently it does. I could try and pick up like 2 of these guys, Foodie and Delandria, for Bailey. That might not be a bad idea. Because I still have my first this year. What I could do is if I get like a top 5 pick and I want to move up to like first or second, I might be able to swing something for like one of these seconds of the first rounder, and then like Josh Bailey as like a deal for a guy, maybe the Aturati kid or whatever his name is. Now I can't think of his name, but like someone like him, maybe like, or try and get him as the first overall pick. But that might make more sense. Also, probably gonna ship out Charlie Coyle at the deadline for a team that needs a center. Because we got him earlier this year, but hell, teams get guys in the spring or in the fall and trade them in the spring all the time. It happens. It does happen. It happened with, it's happened a couple times with Pittsburgh when they were winning cups. They would get a guy and then trade him in the spring and stuff like that. So we're gonna give up. I was gonna say we'll try and get that first rounder from them. Yeah, they don't want it. None of these teams want to get rid of their first rounders. For some reason, mine is just not valuable, but I don't know why. I'm trying to think of a team that would have a good first round pick or has a chance of being like a Tampa. Tampa's is too much. I think we're gonna go with maybe a Nashville because they wanted him. Arizona needs depth scoring. I don't think they have many good centers, do they? They've got their centers are Nick Schmaltz and Derek Stepan, Christian Dvorak, Alex Iafallo, Nick Merkley. Like, they've got nobody. Wonder about that. That could be a deal. Maybe let's try and hold up. See about a first rounder from Aussie. They don't want to get rid of their first rounder. Okay. I'm not going to force them to trade theirs if they don't want to get rid of theirs of their first rounder. The Flames want one. I wonder if they need a third line center because I think that they do. And then I can get, they've got Strome, Stahl, Backlund, and Monahan. They don't really need one. Let me look around and try and find somebody real quick. All right. So I'm thinking Foodie, Cogliano, we're just taking back as a roster player, and we're probably going to play him because he will probably make either our NHL team worse or our AHL team better, one of the two. Because he's on the last year of a $3 million deal. We can afford it. That helps them out. Makes sense. It's money for money, so that we're basically money for money between that. And then we're taking Foodie, who's 18 years old, top 6, medium top 6 center. He's 68 overall, 18 years old. He's having a good season. He's a nice playmaker type player, right-handed shot. We're taking him back. He's not gonna interfere with the Cousins, Suzuki, Middlestat group of young centers we have. He's at least 2-3 years off, right? So it makes sense to try and get stuff for down the line. He's basically a fresh draft pick. I think he was just drafted last year, wasn't he? At 2020. So we're going to take that and we're going to try and swing a 6th. And the trade is accepted for Charlie Coyle because, it doesn't do us any good to have Charlie Coyle on the roster. That's just helping him out. Like, we got him. We played him for 5 months or 4 months or whatever. He helped us, but he didn't help us enough. It's our second line is what's really killing us. So we're just helping. We're sending him on down the line. There's no reason for him being like a long-term player here. He's going to Dallas, who's I think a playoff team. I think that they have 30 wins or something like that. Now I'm trying to think of who. Because Cogliano is in the NHL, right? Yeah, I brought up Hunwick earlier a while back as well. In one of the times I cut out, so that when I trade McCabe, I can put Hunwick in there as that third pairing guy. So, okay, so I just got to edit the lines, basically. We're just going to best lines, honestly. We'll do best lines. We're Dominic Cahoon as the second line right wing when you got 30 goal scorer Victor Olofsson there. Gonna leave the lines like that. Yeah, we'll play Cahoon on his wrong side, or I don't know what the hell. Oh, now all the lines are gelling, apparently, if you put them like that. I don't know why Cogliano is... Whatever. We're just going to play him like that. We're going to put Cousins with... He's getting the Casey Middlestat treatment. It's Cousins and Dominic Cahoon, who's having a rough year. Not looking like a great signing. I gave up like a second-round pick for him or something. It's looking like a mistake right now, but... he might bounce back next year, and if not, we can package him in something and get him out of here. And then Cogliano on the third line. Okay, so that seems like it. Now we just got to find somewhere for McCabe to go, and then we're good. Okay, I'm going to look around for McCabe. Oh, yeah, they're 36, or they're 30, 26, and 5. See, we're a champion status team still, but we're god-awful. I think it might be because the coach isn't very good. I don't know. So, yeah, we picked up one of their young guys that they just drafted for a center to help out that team that they've got here in Dallas. So I think that makes sense for them. So he slots in. Wow, they got Joe Thornton in this one, too. He kind of fills in. They must not have any wingers, eh? Yeah, they don't have very good depth. Or not like, oh, no, that was defensemen. Right wingers, yeah. So they probably play a lot of those guys on the wing. But they have a lot of centers. But Coyle's clearly their third best center. I mean, maybe Thornton on, like, if you put him on the power play or whatnot. And then we took the money back on Cogliano. So I think that makes sense for him, so... Now to find a landing spot for, what's his name? No, I can't think of his name. What's his name? McCabe. Before the trade deadline. Well, we'll go to the trade deadline the actual day of before we... we'll do this next. We'll do this Vancouver game before we do a McCabe trade. Ooh, 2 seconds and Nosek for Zaitsev? Well, Zaitsev's like good in the game. He's like an 83 overall. Jake McCabe and a 5th for a second rounder and Rybinski. That's kind of exactly what I wanted. Basically. Like a little more. Do they have a guy who's worth a little bit more than Rybinski? Got a little more trade value than him. See, I can see Rybinski doesn't have much. Because he's a low top 9. You know what? I'll take him, but I want a 5th on top of it. Probably won't go through, but let's try it. Oh, they did. So I got a 5th on top of that. Rybinski, probably not going to work out, but that second is more what I'm worried about. So that's 4 seconds we have now this year. Oh, yeah, because we traded McCabe. I was like, what's wrong with the lines? But I forgot that we traded McCabe. The thing I did 2 seconds ago. All right, so we're putting Hunwick in because, best defenseman in the NHL, really. Oh, man, this is a team now. Pilot, Montour, Jokiharju, Dahlin, just everyone's having a god-awful year. Pilot, Jokiharju, minus 23 and minus 24. We're just going to put them like that, though. Going to put them together, let them just... be bad. Do they have any points either? Like, he's got 18 points. He's got 10. Henry Jokiharju has 10 points all year. Oh, man. He's already matched his goal total. He's literally opposite of last year. Last year, he was fantastic with Pilot. It's got to be the coach. It's got to be the coach. We're just going to let the coach finish the year and then fire him and try and get a deal worked out with some other coach. So we're going to sim this Vancouver game, see how it goes, and then I guess I already traded McCabe. I'll do a last check on the trade deadline and then just see what's up, and then we'll go straight through the year. Now we're picking up points. Now we've got like points in our fucking what is it, like 7 of our last 8? I almost said 8 of our last 7. That one game against Winnipeg is like the only game we've lost. We like single-handedly, like that stretch pulled us out of the depths of the division, and now we're no longer in like a spot for like a lottery pick. That sucks. All right, I'm going to check the roster real quick just to make sure there's nobody else that I'm going to trade. Look around. I'll be right back. All right, so I looked through everything. There wasn't anything there. We got everybody that we're going to trade. Nobody's going to get anything. We're not going to get anything for Reimer. I mean, so I messed with the lines. I was just trying stuff. We got, I don't want to trade Fedorov. So I put Cahoon up there. I put Cahoon up there on the first line, left wing. Shifted Skinner and Reinhart down to play with Middlestat. And then I put Olofsson up there. So it's Olofsson, Cahoon on Eichel's wing. Reinhart and Skinner on Middlestat's wing. And then Josh Bailey is centering the third line with Cogliano and what's his name? Cousins playing on the right side. And then the fourth line I didn't touch. It's the same. So, I mean, what does it hurt at this point? Might as well, I don't know, try and get Cahoon going or something. I don't know. Maybe if he gets a couple goals, it'll help him. Skinner and Olofsson still score. Reinhart, Bailey scores, of course. Now we're like the best team in the NHL. What are we in our last 10? Oh my God. We're 5 points out of a playoff spot, though, with 20 games left. We're not going to make it. I'm going to be pissed. We're going to win our way out of a good draft pick. But whatever. We'll still have like a top 10. And then we can maybe move up if we trade Bailey. Okay. We keep getting points, though. And JT Comfer, of course. Lawrence Pilot, Dylan Cousins, Rasmus Dahlin. That's okay. I'm fine with the kids playing well. We're gonna come back next year with probably a very similar team. Not gonna trade any of this core. I mean, the core is good and they're signed and everything. The only thing we really got to worry about is like Olofsson and Pilot. Cahoon, Eichel, Fleury, Reinhart. See, one goal. Jason Pominville scored. Our goalies have been bad. I think it's the goalies haven't been any good. Neither of the goalies have been any good. And then our coach. I think it's just the coach. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. It might be. It might be the coach. I'm not really sure. I tried going for a guy there's Lawrence Pilot. Tried going for a guy who had a good fit with our team. It was like a team fit or whatever, like team compatibility or whatever it said. I forget now what it said. Maybe it wasn't the best idea. Maybe I should have just gone for like the guy who was the head coach, and because I prioritized that team compatibility or whatever over like overall and stuff like that. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Now we're winning though. Well, now we're not. See, this team is just, they can't make up their mind. Oh my God. We're going to win our way into we're going to miss the playoffs by less than 5 points, aren't we? 6-3 win. 4-3 loss. Okay. We're one win back of what the Flyers have. The Flyers have one more win than us. Sam Reinhart scores. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Dominic Cahoon has apparently turned it on. Put him with Eichel. If you play with Eichel, you should be getting points. That's just how it is. In April, okay, so we go to April 6th. We're not going to make the playoffs, but let's go to this last week. Let's go to let's do these, 4 games in April? Wow, there's a 3 nights series. 5-1, 2. Okay, yeah, we're done. We basically needed to win out. What do we have? 82 points? We'd be close in the West, in the Pacific Division. We'd be close there too. Yeah, the other teams are so much better. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. We're done. But we're gonna win our way out of a good spot. So since we're not gonna make it, we're just gonna go ahead here. Yeah, just keep getting friggin' points. Why don't you? Oh my God, we're gonna end the season with 40 wins. After the the start we got off to. If you take out that start, that like, what were we like? We went 6 games before we won our first game. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Dominic Cahoon. How many goals has he got? He's got 8 goals. So he got what, 4 or 5 since I put him with Eichel. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. You just put a guy with Eichel and he fixes him. Just fantastic. What a fucking, oh my god, what a joke. How's the team down here? 39, 27, and 6. Are they in the playoffs? They're second in their division. They've got 4 games in 4 days up here. 2 against Binghamton and 2 against Laval. Rasmus Asplund was pretty good. He's been decent. I mean, he's more of a two-way guy. He's not really going to put up like a ton of points, but he's like a 78. He could fill in like 4th line center. I think what's going to happen is one of Suzuki, Cousins, and Middlestat has got to go. I think it's just, we can't, it's going to be too many cooks. There's just going to be too many centers. Okay, they come back. They're going to at least get a point. There they go. They got a point at least against them in the shootout. Robert Hagg, J.S. Day. Kaut, I think, is going to be probably a good like 4th line guy for us, or 3rd or 4th line guy for us in the future. I don't really know what the weakness is. I mean, the weakness is our second line, which means it's probably Middlestat, because Josh Bailey was great last year. Victor Olofsson is still great this year, but they've just been so bad defensively. And Josh Bailey is a defensive kind of guy. So it seems like it's Middlestat is the problem. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'd be willing to maybe package Middlestat with like Middlestat and our top 10 pick to move up to the 1st overall pick. Yeah, that could be something. I don't know, whatever it'd take to get that pick out of there, because we're going to be bad. So we might as well try and get the 1st pick, and especially if it's a team that's willing to trade. We might have to way overpay, but I'm willing to way overpay if it's something, realistic. I mean, if you get what? I mean, well, they don't have, they wouldn't be like, oh, he's an 84 overall, but you get kid that's as talented as Casey Middlestat is, at least in the game, and like the 7th overall draft pick, and maybe something else, you don't. I mean, you'd be crazy if you don't at least think about taking it maybe for that 1st overall, especially if you're a team that's already got some talent. Like you say, you win the lottery. I don't know. It could make sense. I mean, I'm not going to just, throw a bunch of 1st rounders at him from like 10 years in the future. That's just cheesing it. So Eichel ended up with he got 41 goals and 41 assists. That's good. Let's just check on the stats, and then we'll call this one a day, because we've gone to the end of the year. So Olofsson 35 goals, Bailey 20 goals again. He scored 20 goals here twice. Middlestat actually a -4 now. What? Hold on. He's a -4. He's got 15 goals and 42 assists for 57 points, and he's a -4. He was like a -22 a minute ago. Wait, what is this, like 7 games, 7 assists? Shit, that it's showing me. Is that like playoff stats from last year? So Bailey's a -23 with 61 points, though. He only gave the puck away a little bit more than he did. I mean, plus minus isn't a good stat. See, he only gave it away a little bit more than he did too last year, or than he did last year as well. What am I trying to say? He was better defensively than he was. He gave up less. He took the puck away more than he gave it away. So what the hell was in the water on that second line? Because, like, it seems that they were fine. Like, Casey Middlestat apparently was, like, hot to finish the year. I have no idea what happened there. Cousins had 16 goals. JT Compher ended up with 11 goals. and 9 points. I mean, that's not exactly what you want from a guy who's making $3.5 million, but we took him back so we could get Connor Timmins and Martin Kaut or whatever. Marty Kaut? I think it's Martin. It might be Michael. I don't know. That's just man, we fucking 40-win season and just did it all at the wrong time. All right, well, we're going to call this a day because we got to move into the off season now, into the draft land. The AHL team will do the AHL team is going to make the playoffs, yeah. So we'll halfway pay attention to that in the next one, but we're going to mostly be working towards the draft, and we'll do the draft and probably do the playoffs and the draft next one, and then we'll do the re-sign phase and the summer in the off season, the like August part and the preseason stuff in the video after that in part 9 or whatever that would be. So thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through and you enjoyed it, maybe leave a like. If you really liked it, maybe subscribe. I hope you have a great day and take care.